Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning to Miss Nabila. Today, I'm going to present about Islamic Unit Trust. But first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Ain Najwa binti Zaini, ID number BMI 2311012. Okay, now let's begin. What is Islamic Unit Trust? Islamic Unit Trust is one of the investment type that regulated by Federation of Investment Manager Malaysia, or as known as FIM, and supervised by Securities Commission with the help of Shariah Advisory Council. So basically, Islamic Unit Trust is a pool investment which allow investor to invest their fund into Shariah-compliant investment. The key difference between the Islamic Unit Trust with the conventional one, which is no riba, is because Islamic Unit Trust is only invest on Shariah-compliant investment and also focus on profit sharing. Okay, now let's move to the next part, which is structure of Shariah-based unit trust. We have a manager who handle the investment and operation of the fund. Then we have a trustee who protects the rights and interests of the unit holders. And then we have the unit holders. The unit holders is the one who are investor. We know them as investor. They are entitled to a proportional interest in the fund's asset. And the last one, we have the trust deed. The trust deed is legally binding agreement between the manager, trustee, and unit holders. Okay, now let's proceed to how Islamic Unit Trust works. Okay, I have provided the simple example here. Okay, let's say you invest 10,000 in a unit trust. Then, if each unit costs RM 1 ringgit, then you will get 10,000 units. If you don't buy any new unit or selling the current unit you have, then the unit will remain the same. Okay, now let's together, you and me, look at the graph I have provided here. Okay, for the first year, you invest RM 10,000. Then the fund value of the unit you have is 10,000 ringgit. For the second year, the fund value of your investment is 10,500 ringgit. For the year 3, fund value is RM 11,000 ringgit. For the year 4, fund value is 10,900 ringgit. For the year 5, the fund value is 11,399 ringgit. Okay, so basically, the unit you have will remain the same. Only the value of the fund will decrease or increasing based on the company performance.
Hi everyone, today I'll explain the difference between Islamic Unit Trust and ASD. First, Islamic Unit Trust follows Shariah principles. It avoids things like alcohol, gambling, and conventional banking. While ASD is not fully Shariah compliant and can include both Islamic and non-Islamic investment. Next, Islamic Unit Trust is managed by private companies and regulated by the Securities Commission. Meanwhile, ASD is managed by Amanah Saham Nasional Berhad under PNB. It's only for Bumiputra Malaysians and it's more stable because it's linked to the government. Lastly, Islamic Unit Trust can have low to high risk depending on the fund. Meanwhile, ASD has low risk and is good for long-term saving. That's all from me. Thank you. Okay, here the first type of Shariah-based unit trust fund is called Equity Islami or Shariah funds. This is the most common type of Islamic investment. It follows Shariah principle, which means it avoids industries that are not halal, such as alcohol, gambling, tobacco, and conventional banking. Instead, it invests in companies that are ethical and allowed in Islam. These funds focus on shares or stock of companies, which means the value can go up and go down. So the risk is usually higher compared to other types of funds. But if the company does well, the returns of profit can also be higher. This type of fund is suitable for investors who want to grow their money and have a set of risk. It's also good for long-term goals like retirement or education.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Rosli. So I will continue to explain about types of Shariah-based unit trust funds. Okay. So the second one is Islamic fixed income funds or bond funds. It's aimed to generate regular income and focus on short to medium term capital growth. There are invest mainly in Sukuk and Shariah-compliant money market instrument. Okay, so number 3 is Islamic Balanced Growth Funds. Islamic Balanced Growth Funds combine shares and fixed income securities. They are target both current income and long-term capital gains. Invest in diversified mix of Shariah-approved nation assets. It's provide consistent income while aiming for capital growth. Returns may be negative in the short term, but diversification offers smoother long-term returns. Typically allocate 25 until 50% of the portfolio bonds for income. Shares are selected for mainly for long-term growth potential.
Hi, my name is Farhah binti Mohamad Zalani, and I will be sharing about one of the most common and important Islamic wealth management product, which is the Islamic money market funds. So to begin with, Islamic money market funds are Shariah-compliant unit trust fund that offer a low-risk short-term investment option, especially suitable for conservative investors. So basically, the main objective of this fund is to preserve capital and provide a regular income that is halal, or in other words, is permissible in Islam. So for more importantly, this fund serves several essential functions. Among them is capital preservation, which means they aim to protect the investor's capital amount while still generating modest but stable and returns. Let's look at how these funds were developed. They were introduced to support the growth of Malaysian Islamic capital market, and they allow the creation of Shariah-compliant trust fund that invest in Islamic money market instruments such as Islamic deposit, sukuk with short maturity, and Islamic treasuries. So in terms of goal, Islamic money market fund aim to provide liquidity to investors, offer a steady income stream, and most importantly, maintain capital consistency. So, what is fund suitable for? So, well, it's perfect for investor who prefer short-term fixed income instrument, or those who want to park their money temporarily before switching to other investment funds with higher potential returns. What is unique about these funds? So, that they are fully compliant with Shariah principle, meaning all investments are screened and filtered to avoid any element of riba, interest, gharar, uncertainty, and haram forbidden activity. As an example, here is some popular Islamic money market fund available in Malaysia. One public Islamic money market fund offered by Public Mutual and Maybank Islamic Cash Management Fund Islamic, managed by Maybank Asset Management. So both funds are designed to offer high liquidity and stable return with minimal risk. So lastly, Islamic money market fund are an ideal choice for Muslim investors who want a safe, low risk, and Shariah-compliant investment for the short term. So we move to the Islamic property funds. For the first and foremost, Islamic property funds focus on real estate and property-related investments that are Sharia compliant. That means all property and rental activities must follow Islamic principle and avoid haram elements such as alcohol, gambling, or interest-based financial service. Next, one of the main purpose of this fund is to provide opportunities for small investors to participate in the property market, especially those who may not have large capital to buy properties on their own. This fund usually invests in real estate assets such as retail properties like shopping malls, commercial office buildings, and sometimes industry properties. Moving on the benefit, the return from these property funds can come from two main sources, such as rental income collected from tenants and capital appreciation, where the value of the property increases over time. So, in addition, these investments are considered suitable for investors who are looking for stable and long-term income, while still staying within Sharia-compliant guidelines. As example, two popular Islamic property funds in Malaysia are number 1, Amanah Hartanah Bumiputra (AHB), which is specifically for the Bumiputra investor, and number 2, Islamic Real Estate Investment. So, last but not least, these funds are backed by the performance real estate, which makes the relatively stable and tangible investment compared to other high-risk options. So, that conclusion my part on Islamic property funds. Thank you for your attention.